an aggressive form of prostate cancer and that it has spread to his bones. This is the statement in part. Last week, President Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodule after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer with metastasis to the bone. While this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. The president and his family are reviewing treatment options with their physicians. We will have more information on this developing story tonight at 11. Good evening. I'm Aziza Schuler. Meantime, a major story developing with the Phillies today. They will be without one of the biggest arms in the bullpen for the rest of the season. Sports anchor Pat Gallen joins us now with the details. Yeah, this is huge, Aziza. When standing on this mound, there are few players who throw harder than Jose Alvarado, but he and that 100-mile-per-hour fastball will be sidelined 80 games and then some. Alvarado was suspended 80 games by Major League Baseball for taking a banned substance. But with the suspension, he's also ineligible should the Phillies make the postseason. He'll also lose $4.5 million of his $9 million salary. It's a huge blow to a Phillies bullpen that's been up and down this year. Here's the reaction from Dave Dombrowski and Bryce Harper.
I know what he was doing. He was trying to take a weight loss reduction. That's what he's always been self-conscious of his weight, working hard on it. It's something he took. Gave a positive result.
It's a tough situation to be in because teams do know that we're hurting and we need something. It's a big loss for us in our bullpen. It's one of our top arms down there, and just gotta go forward and not really worry about it.
Righty Jose Ruiz was activated from the injured list. He will fill Alvarado's spot. And without him today, the Phillies hung on for a 1-0 win over the Pirates. Mick Abel made his major league debut on the mound and outdueled all-star Paul Skeens, going 6 innings with no walks and 9 Ks. So the Phils sweep the Pirates, but the Alvarado news certainly dampens it. Aziza? It sure does, and fans are reacting to the news of Jose Alvarado's suspension and what it means for the team's chances of making a World Series run. Ray Strickland caught up with the Phillies faithful outside of Citizens Bank Park.
As a fan, your pure reaction is just sad.
It's disappointing news.
As Phillies fans walked to Citizens Bank Park to watch the team play against the Pirates, their minds weren't just on the game, but also on the rest of the season. Fans say the news of Jose Alvarado's suspension was a blow that came out of left field.
Right away wondered if how it would impact the playoffs, obviously. And my second thought walking here was, I wonder how the team's feeling today.
It's a key blow, and it's a hole we have to fill. It's a shame that there wasn't some more awareness of what was going on, and he's a vital part of our team.
Fans say the loss of Alvarado was going to hurt the team and their chances to make a deep playoff run. Some fans are now looking for the front office to respond and replace who they think is the team's best reliever.
We got a good lineup. We got a good starting rotation. Got confidence the front office will, make some moves. We'll be all right.
For now, the fans we spoke to say the team has to have the next man up mentality and rally around one another amid the adversity.
They got a hit. They got the starting pitching. I think we got the best starting rotation in the National League, and our offense, when it's clicking, nobody's better. So just got to get hot at the right time.
Through adversity, I think maybe we can get better and find a way to come to the playoffs strong.
And overall, Phillies fans remain optimistic about this season, saying they have full faith that this team can overcome this big loss. At Citizens Bank Park, Ray Strickland, CBS News Philadelphia.
Turning now to our weather, and it definitely felt more spring-like today compared to yesterday at least. Meteorologist Grant Gilmore is in for Andrew Kozak tonight in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere with a first look at your next weather forecast.
Felt a little like summer yesterday, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, temperatures in the 80s. Not a lot of people complaining about that. But yeah, today a little bit more seasonable. You saw Ray's shirt there blowing there down at the bank with the breeze picking up. At times this afternoon we saw wind gusts anywhere between 30 to 35 miles per hour. Some clouds rolled in as well. Look at those overcast skies over Center City, Philadelphia currently, where that cloud cover has kept temperatures down a little bit. But really it's been those winds out of the north and west that have been a little bit cool. Right now temperatures are around 74 degrees in Philadelphia. Look through the Lehigh Valley. You zoom zoom in a little bit and you see those temperatures are there in the low 70s as well. So it is seasonable, if not a little cooler than normal, with our normal high temperature around 75 degrees. So yeah, running a little bit cooler than normal as we go into the evening hours. That cloud cover that's been streaming in from the north and west today, mainly south of Philly and really points around center city Philadelphia into South Jersey, a little bit more clearing up through the Lehigh Valley. So there is some sunshine out there before it sets here in about an hour and a half or so. Temperatures will be right around 73 degrees as we head through around 7 o'clock. Under mostly clear skies, temperatures dropping into the upper 50s as we go into tomorrow morning. Plenty of sunshine to start tomorrow. In fact, your Monday looks really nice. Temperatures will be in the mid and upper 70s tomorrow afternoon. Lehigh Valley, you'll see plenty of sunshine again with temperatures around 72 degrees. So sunshine, seasonable temperatures out there for the next couple of days as we go into the middle of the week. Cooler, and I mean cooler, temperatures arriving with the rain, rainy mid and second half of the week, but looking ahead to the Memorial Day weekend, if it's rainy through the middle of the week, you'd hope the rain to clear out for the weekend. That's the plan for now. We'll take a look at how things shape up here in just a few minutes. Cesar, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Grant. Authorities identify the person who died in a vehicle explosion outside a fertility clinic in Palm Springs, California. Crews began cleaning up the debris today. They say the person killed was 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkus and that he committed the intentional act of terrorism. That left at least 4 others injured yesterday. The explosion led to a fire and the partial collapse of the fertility clinic. Now, sources tell CBS News the suspect stated in writings or recordings that he was against bringing people into this world against their will.
We are tracking a possible manifesto out there, and it's part of our ongoing investigation. We believe he was attempting to live stream it, and yes, that is also part of our investigation.
Authorities say the 4 people who were injured in the blast have been released from the hospital. 2 sailors were killed and 19 others injured when a Mexican Navy ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge last night. We brought you these videos on air, and it shows 3 masts hitting the bridge and breaking apart with sailors on the mast. The boat was visiting New York as part of a 15-nation global goodwill tour and was departing for Iceland when it struck the bridge just before 8:30 p.m. A team from the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating.
The captain that was maneuvering the ship lost, power of the ship and the current. Mechanical function caused the ship to go right into the pillar of the bridge.
The ship is now docked at a New York pier for investigation, and inspectors examined the bridge and found no signs of structural damage. New Jersey Transit says Governor Murphy and the head of the agency will make an announcement about the rail strike at 7:45 tonight. Their negotiations with the union representing striking rail workers resumed this afternoon. It's day 3 of the walkout, and uncertainty looms over tomorrow's morning commute. Federal mediators joined the talks today. Both sides say they are working really hard to reach a deal. To help commuters during the morning and evening rush tomorrow, there will be extra park and ride bus service from Hamilton Station to Newark Path Station and from Woodbridge Center Mall to the Harrison Path Station. It's the end of an era for a South Jersey bakery. McMillan's Bakery in Haddon Township closed its doors today after 86 years in business. The family says people lined up before 5 in the morning today for a final treat. The McMillan family, who owns the business, took to social media to thank their community for their consistent patronage and dedication over the years. Well, still ahead tonight, what South Philly tradition had people climbing to the top. And we mean literally. Also, Pope Leo XIV, the first American to lead the Catholic Church, holds his inaugural Mass. More on the message he delivered this Sunday.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
Now you can get your CBS Philadelphia news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.
Pope Leo XIV held his inaugural Mass today at the Vatican. Officials say the Mass drew 200,000 people and was attended by many world leaders, including U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Jen Sullivan has highlights from the historic event.
Pope Leo XIV waving to crowds from the Pope-mobile in St. Peter's Square Sunday ahead of his inaugural Mass, marking the formal start of his papacy. Tens of thousands of people from all over the world cheering the 267th pontiff.
Di comunione.
Speaking in Italian, Pope Leo addressed the Catholic world.
Questo, fratelli e sorelle.
Brothers and sisters, I would like that our first great desire be for a united church, a sign of unity and communion, which becomes a leaven for a reconciled world.
Delegates from more than 150 nations attended the event for the first ever U.S. Pope, including Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife, as well as U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was also in attendance and shook hands with the new Pope. During the ceremony, Pope Leo received symbols of the pontiff's authority: the pallium, a lamb's wool vest symbolizing his role as shepherd, and the ring of the fisherman, which represents the Pope's authority as successor of St. Peter.
It's all about feed my sheep, feed my lambs, be a good shepherd. So it's helping to make the bridge between people and God.
The 69-year-old pontiff is originally from Chicago and holds dual citizenship in the U.S. and Peru.
Americans are certainly paying attention. There is Leo fever in this Leo moment. So many people love him already.
Pope Leo ended Mass by calling for just and lasting peace in Ukraine and offered prayers for Gaza. Jen Sullivan, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Coming to you from the innovative, immersive Hyundai Virtual Next Weather Sphere. This is Next Weather.
Tonight, we are keeping our eyes to the sky, as we say. Some of you saw blue skies and beautiful weather, and others saw dreary skies. The big question is, are these gray skies a sign that there are things on the way? Grant Gilmore is in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. Grant, how's this week looking?
Kind of looked that way, didn't it, Aziza? You know, looking up there at one moment, you thought, I just thought I saw the sunshine, and all of a sudden those clouds rolled in, pretty dark and gray and almost ominous looking at times, but never really producing anything. There were a couple of sprinkles up over the Poconos, but most of the area just staying dry out there today. And I think we stay dry as we go into the overnight, though those skies are still mostly cloudy, at least over Center City. Areas north seeing a little more sunshine out there. And I do think we see more sunshine as we go into our Monday, even into Tuesday. We should see a fair amount of sunshine. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon, right around 77 degrees in Philadelphia. You get a little bit closer and you see those Lehigh Valley temperatures also warming into the mid-70s. Pottstown around 74 degrees. So yeah, it's looking pretty nice out there tomorrow afternoon under that sunshine. So we'll keep the sunshine around tomorrow. We might even tack on a few degrees tomorrow afternoon too. Today we peaked there right around 73, 74 degrees. and then tomorrow afternoon we'll throw in a little bit more. So looking pretty good. We've got a cold front that moved through yesterday. That low pressure system has now pushed that cold front with the high pressure system moving in behind it, and it's because of that close proximity between that low pressure system to the north and the high pressure system to the west that's been funneling in that northwesterly wind, making it breezy today. It's been the upper level energy associated with that low pressure system that has kept the cloud cover around, but still that northwesterly flow is bringing in some cooler air up towards Syracuse. Temperatures near 50 degrees with temperatures locally around 75. Pittsburgh is at 66 degrees. But I do think with more sunshine tomorrow, those temperatures will rebound nicely. Now, it will be a cool night, though I think it's comfortable. I think if you're looking to try to open up the windows and let some of that fresh air in and nature's air conditioning cool you off tonight, temperatures will be around 55 to 58 degrees there from Trenton down to Philadelphia. Lehigh Valley, you'll likely see temperatures dip down into the mid and low 50s. Tomorrow afternoon, plenty of sunshine, maybe a few more scattered afternoon clouds as temperatures warm back into the middle 70s tomorrow afternoon. Look, a nice stretch of weather today, tomorrow, even into Tuesday looks pretty good. High temperatures around 72 degrees on Tuesday, and then the bottom falls out, both in the temperature and in the rain department. Plan on rain, plan on cool weather, get the raincoats out, keep them around for a couple of days. We'll be watching a low pressure system moving in from the Midwestern states. We'll see another coastal low pressure system develop up to the south and east of that main low, and that'll keep the chance of rain around as we go from Wednesday into Thursday. And it looks like that low pressure system, or at least the influence from that low pressure system, will hang around even into Friday, keeping the chance of rain around. But it does look like that whole system starts to clear out of here as we go into next weekend. Temperatures rebound back up to near 70 on Saturday, Sunday 73. Maybe even the mid and upper 70s for Monday, and likely keeping temperatures in the 70s as we go beyond Memorial Day. So right now, fingers crossed, it looks like the rain should clear out, and hopefully we keep it dry all the way through the Memorial Day weekend next weekend. For tonight, though, we'll keep it dry too. Temperatures around 56 degrees, still a little breezy tonight. In fact, those wind speeds stay anywhere between 10 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, and temperatures rebound to around 77 degrees tomorrow afternoon. All right, 7-day forecast. Wednesday, Thursday, plan on rain, plan on more early April, late March-like weather with temperatures in the 50s. We start to warm back into the 60s on Friday, still a few stray showers. And then Saturday and Sunday right now, temperatures are in the upper 60s to lower 70s. You're streaming CBS News Philadelphia. We're coming right back after the break. Stay with us.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
Now you can get your CBS Philadelphia news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.
Israel says it will allow a limited amount of humanitarian aid into Gaza to avoid a starvation crisis. This follows a nearly 3-month blockade and global food security experts warning that Gaza is at risk of famine. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a starvation crisis would jeopardize Israel's new military offense in Gaza. Israel cut off all food, medicine, and other supplies to Gaza on March 2nd when it was pressuring Hamas to accept new ceasefire terms. American officials met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Rome today. This comes a day before President Trump is expected to place a phone call to Russia in an effort to end the war. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
The House Budget Committee will meet late Sunday to try to move President Trump's domestic policy bill towards a floor vote. This comes after 5 Republicans blocked the measure on Friday, saying the bill does not go far enough to reduce spending.
We have to deliver on extending the tax cuts, but getting also the spending cuts necessary to get deficits down.
The 5 Republicans voted with all Democrats against the GOP proposal, which includes $880 billion in cuts to social programs. Republicans hope to win approval of the legislation before the Memorial Day recess. Earlier on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Rome to discuss a potential end to Russia's war with Ukraine. The men were on hand for Pope Leo's Mass at the Vatican. This comes as President Trump is expected to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin, reportedly to encourage a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine.
We don't have time to waste, so we don't want to be involved in this process of just endless talks. There has to be some progress, some movement forward. Ultimately, one of the things that could help break this logjam, perhaps the only thing that can, is a direct conversation between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. And he's already openly expressed a desire and a belief that that needs to happen.
The president is expected to speak with President Putin at 10 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
Coming up tomorrow morning on CBS Philadelphia, an important follow-up on January's deadly plane crash in Northeast Philadelphia. In the crash, a 9-year-old boy escaped a burning car with severe burns.
I don't have the strength to give up. I don't think he didn't.
Our Waukesha Bailey travels to Boston, where his mother stays by his side. See how Philadelphia is lifting them up from miles away. Tomorrow morning on CBS Philadelphia. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. Uncovering the heart behind the headline. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
Now you can get your CBS Philadelphia news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.
It was a beautiful day for the South 9th Street Festival in the heart of the Italian market. The annual celebration honors the oldest and longest running outdoor market in the country. 7 city blocks featured over 120 vendors showcasing local crafts, souvenirs, drinks, food, and more. We cannot forget about this greased pole competition. It brought out a large crowd with prizes for anyone who could get to the top. And at the top, we talked about this yesterday. What was up there? There were meats, cheeses, cards, cash, and much more. Of course, the bragging rights.
That's right. That's the most important thing.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you at 11.